Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. If this is your first time, you're welcome. My name is Oroluwa Fakaya, and in today's video I have with me
Orúkọ mi ni Ìyáàfin Ọláolúwa.
I thought it was Olori.
Orúkọ mi ni Olórí Ọláolúwa.
What's your first name?
Olórí Adéọlá
What's your first
Ọláolúwa.
name?
Olórí. Please introduce yourself. You know you have first name and middle name.
Hi guys, my name is Olaoluwa.
this is supposed to be like an interactive video, so I'm going to be asking them some questions that, you know, not quite sure what the answer is, and it would be nice to have people who are like older to shed more light on it. So let's go.
What may go to my 2 minutes?
No. You want older.
The topic is around like flirting, if flirting is a sin. And I understand that like people define flirting, I mean, it means different things to different people. Let me start with Brother Ola. What does flirting means to you?
Well, in the dictionary, flirting is like, you know, I'm not sure I know the actual dictionary term, but I think it's...
No,
you have
check.
it. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
just check.
so it combines body language such as smiling, laughing, touching, along with an engaging conversation and attentive listening, which ultimately leads to a rhythmic and playful back and forth.
Playful.
Playful back and forth.
Right, so I think the whole idea of flirting is a playful and engaging way of, in this context, showing interest or hinting at, you know, romantic interest. Right? So, yeah, that's how I understand it. I mean, for some other people, it's really just catching fun. It's really just vibes, right? But that's the way I understand flirting. It's usually an indication of romantic interest or a hint towards romantic interest. But for many people, it's just vibes, to be honest.
I agree.
Like a follow-up question to what you said, some people think it's like just vibes, right? And for a, let's say for a Christian, looking at it from a Christian lens, do you consider flirting as something that is, I don't want to say like ethical, but something that is right to do? Or how do you differentiate flirting and wooing someone?
So,
I think to woo, you have to flirt,
okay, good.
right? Like, my only thing would be that you should not be flirting with everybody, like every lady or every guy. If you want to flirt, it should be with somebody that you're actually like, there's a prospect there, right? Like, I wouldn't go now and start flirting with like a random guy just because I want to play. Like, it does not make sense, right? But like, if you're trying to, what's it called? Be in the good books of someone that you're looking to date, or let me say court, because I said dating is different from courting. But you do have to flirt somehow, like when you're in a relationship or you want to woo someone.
Okay.
Yeah, just going away from what she was saying, I think every kind of human interaction is an investment in that relationship, or in their heart, in the person's heart, or in the person's outlook on life. Every human interaction you have with someone is an investment in how their day goes, it's an investment in how they feel, it's an investment in their emotions, it's an investment in their hearts, it's an investment in just basically how their day turns out to be, or how their month or week turns out to be. You understand? So yeah, it's, you can say it's just jokes, right? It's playful, but even playful things are still things that register in people's subconscious.
Yeah.
There are still things that affect people's moods. There are still things that affect how people feel. So it's just basically recognizing that even though it's playful, it needs to be intentional. Just like she was saying, it's not something that you just go and start flirting just everybody, even if you don't have any intention towards them. Or there's this thing people used to do, or ladies used to do, when I was, in the streets, how do I call it?
Oh.
Yeah.
On the streets.
Okay, thank you.
In the streets. I don't know.
On the streets.
When I was on the streets.
Within.
When I was on the streets, yeah, it's like they just flirt with you and then they want you to chase them and they're actually not interested. They just want it to feel good. Right? They just want to feel good.
So is there like some dopamine there? But okay, let's not go to.
There is.
Okay.
They feel good about themselves because it feels like they have game. Number one. Number two, it also feels like they're attractive. You understand? It feels like that. I mean, guys also do it. I'm not saying it's just one thing, right? Secondly, it also feels like, they're attractive if, they are catching the vibe and they are going with it. It's like, okay, you said I did. It's sometimes they don't do it because they're actually interested. Sometimes, they just do it to feel good about themselves. Right? So, that's not a very healthy way to go about it.
Right, yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, because when I was doing my research, I found out that most people, like the actual word of flirting is when you're doing something, showing all of these gestures, saying all of these words, and you actually don't mean it. And people do it. That's what I was trying to differentiate what flirting and wooing is. But then Big Sis had mentioned that, for you to woo someone, you gotta flirt.
I feel like there just has to be like that back and forth.
Yeah, I think personally I kind of like the playful word that was used to describe it. So you can be playing and there's still some iota of truth, some iota of intentionality even while you're playing. Because even while you're playing with a child, you know you're trying to help them feel good. You're trying to help them have a good time.
Yeah.
Right? You're playing with someone, for example, you play games, right? But there's still intentionality because you want to have a good time. It's intentional. You plan to have games. You plan towards games. You probably go buy a board game, for example. It's still a game, it's still play, but there's intentionality. We know that this is towards something. We're trying to help someone have a good time. So when you're flirting, it's still possible to have some intentionality to it. So it's playful, but then there's still some intention. I think it should be done with intention.
Okay.
But if you're not interested, be very careful around it because you never know. Things like you're leading the person on. There's all of that stuff.
So that brings me to my next question. How do you differentiate kind gestures and flirting?
Me personally, I've never flirted in my life.
You what?
I've never flirted in my life.
Funka! Funka tó sí mú ó tẹ̀ ti jáde.
I've never flirted in my life. So this topic is a bit strange.
Be sure that you know that is a 100% lie.
It is not a lie.
I was going to use a different language, but this.
It is not a lie. I've never flirted. It's just like business with me. Like I like you. You like me.
Should we show them our shots? I mean, before we start.
We can. We can.
You said?
Yeah, we can. We can. But like I said, I'm also learning a lot from this conversation. So that's why. Over to you, sir.
What's the question? I think first of all, it's a good thing to not assume. Number one. Number two, I think one of the ways to also differentiate is trying to understand who this thing is coming from. There are people who they just tend to be kind or be lively around people.
Yeah.
Right? So, some certain gestures from them. There are people who literally would they could meet you today, the next 3 days they're telling you, oh, I love you so much, you're just so nice, you're just so good, it's just, I really love your wig, stuff like that.
Yeah.
For someone like that, they are most likely not flirting. They're just being themselves, right? And then there's people who that might be them indicating interest, but knowing the person, what kind of person they are, is a good way to differentiate. Secondly, it's also good to not assume. Thirdly, when neither of those things work, because there's a thing with permutation and combination. Sometimes it's very needless. It still will lead you into a ditch, especially when it comes to trying to understand people, because people are very unpredictable. So if none of those work, like the permutation and combination, just open your mouth and ask the person.
I feel like you're talking from experience, and I say this because you're a very kind guy. Like you give compliments a lot, especially to ladies. You know, like you'll see somebody, oh, like I like your hair, it's very nice. So how do you think that ladies have been able to differentiate between you being kind and you flirting? I guess?
That was why I also said that, you know, when none of the permutation and combinations work, then it's a nice thing.
This one that you are doing for that math. Permutation.
Not everybody. Not all my viewers.
What I'm saying is, pardon me guys. What I'm saying is, when none of the, what's it called, the internal workings of the brain, you know, when none of the guesses of when the guesswork doesn't work, you know, I think that's easy.
Okay.
When the guesswork doesn't work, just open your mouth and ask. Because there are many instances like that, just like you can agree.
And ladies have asked you.
Not all of them asked. Some of them assumed there was something, but then I had to like let them down easy, like,
I was just,
you know,
covered.
Just like one video I saw, the girl was like, "Oh, what are we?" And then the guy was like, "We are so just something." So I'm like,
we are persons in the end of the creation.
And I'm like, what is going on? I maintain eye contact with people a lot. Like when I'm talking to people, some people see eye contact as flirting. That's another thing.
I mean, no, that, you can definitely use your eyes to flirt.
There's ways to use eye contact.
Yeah.
And then there's ways
that you can just if I'm looking at you straight in the eye, I'm engaging in a conversation. But there's a way I can look at you.
Sure.
It'll be like, okay, what does she want? That type of thing. So the way that I generally like to thread is I could also come off as, you know, being being good with my words and all that stuff. But if you're constantly doing it with that same person, like
you're looking for trouble.
Exactly.
You definitely know what you're doing.
Yeah. If you're constantly doing it with a particular person, oh, I like your haircuts, or like a guy now, oh, I like your beard. Makeup. Nobody's going to be thinking that this one is just being kind, or I think. I don't know, there's always a line, Sha. There's always a line.
More like boundary.
Like you can give people compliments here and there, but if it's the same person, you guys are talking like every day. Some of us were talking with somebody every day. Now they have married us.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you did.
If you are talking with the person every day, excuse me, you're having this, you know, nice sweet conversations. Of course they're going to feel led on. Like you know, it's common sense to me, I feel. So
nice sweet conversation. Some people, the fact that you're doing Bible study together. Why that? Why? The fact that you're doing Bible study together, those things are their own values, right? So I feel like if people are stop now.
Oh my goodness, which kind of person is that? Flirting would be like, I don't know if you've seen the trailer of one of the, is it teasers or trailer? I don't know. Of Teach Me to Live Again, where you were talking to the girl, like she had a problem with the vehicle, and I forget, what did you say?
What would you prefer that I keep? Your spanner
or your number?
So smooth. Okay.
So it's like playful, like back to back, like back and forth. Rather, like you're saying that, and she'll be like, what do you mean, or those type of things.
Yeah.
Eventually, I think he got the number. So it's just like very, I don't know. Yeah, it's mostly playful. Like I feel like it's only enjoyable when the other person is playing. You cannot really flirt like by yourself.
Flirting is sometimes it's not even with words. Sometimes it's just a smile. Like someone walks in and you just flash a smile, the person smiles
A
back.
wink, yeah.
A wink.
Mm,
That's flirting. You
okay.
understand? They might not even pick up on it after
Mm-hmm.
that. They might be meeting each other for the first time, but they just feel, nice babe.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, she winks back, they smile. That's the end of it.
Mm,
That has happened.
mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
In different contexts. I'm not talking about myself.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
yeah. It's good to kind of like set boundaries. If you know, just like I was told, you don't feel the same way about them, it's better to like set boundaries, like heads up, so that the person does not misunderstand what you're doing and they think that, oh, okay, they're leading me on. And you know, if the person eventually finds someone better and you're like, oh my god, they broke your heart. They didn't break your heart, you broke your heart.
Sorry,
Oh,
that studying Bible together is actually killing me.
Really? It shocked me.
First of all, why are you feeling led on because somebody's studying Bible with you? Or every day you've been studying Bible together. One day we appear in your dream, or you will appear in his dream, and he will say, "The Lord said." The Lord did not say anything. The Lord did not say anything. So
it's in your subconscious.
yeah, and let me just say to the guys out there, like, I don't care if you're a Christian or you're an apostle or prophet, whatever you are, like asking a babe to study with you, to study Bible with you, as a means to end up with the person, it's not romantic.
Ó já mi lára jẹ. Ha!
I don't know what you guys are doing, but please let it stop.
Apostle will hear of this. I will tell Apostle about this.
Like, I'm not saying that Bible study is bad or whatever, but like, there's many things to talk about, and there's many things in marriage. By the way, my masterclass is coming up soon.
Masterclass.
Yeah, I have the rights. 1 year marriage. I've earned it.
Glory to the Lord.
There's many things that will come up in marriage that goes beyond.
You say go beyond that. I have nothing to do with Bible study, bro.
No, I just, you know, you can apply Bible principles.
Oh yes, but I'm talking
life.
about more like there are many things that no matter how much you study the Bible, it's about your character at that
Exactly.
point. It's about what has been inculcated in you.
Yeah.
So whether or not you know, there's a lot of people who know Rema, who know the Word of God, but they are just not wise. They are just character bankrupts.
Yeah.
So eventually, when you're interacting with people, especially in a marriage context, that is what has been tested, not your knowledge of the Bible, right? So it's your character. So,
Yeah. So, I beg,
you might wanna,
let's be applying ourselves. Let's be applying.
you might want
That's
to,
what I'm
bring
saying.
your personality involved, not just your Bible knowledge. Who are you exactly? Let them know you. How do you speak? If you want them to be happy, what are the things you'd say? If you would like to help them have a good time, where would you take them to? What would you plan? Those are the things. You know, how do you see people growing together? Those kinds of things. I'm not talking about where we will be in the next 10 years, not those interview, but just basically them as a person, you as a person, coming together. You understand, to kind of like find out how you guys fit in with each other. But Bible knowledge is good, but it's like a very basic foundation. There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot.
Like when we were dating, you know, like we talked a lot about being naked and not ashamed. So even
Not like physical
nakedness.
So
no, but even the physical nakedness, you will still
Don't
be
let us
naked
go.
and not ashamed. Later, Sha.
in your masterclass.
Yes, my masterclass. But like, essentially, you should be able to, even if you're a big person outside, like you're a man of God, you should be able to calm down in your home. You should be able to have like level-headed conversations and be unashamed. Be vulnerable.
Bury yourself to them.
Right? Yeah, we do understand that, you know, as a husband, you're both you're a priest as well. You're a husband, you're a priest. But like everybody, even my husband that is not general overseer, is my priest. Everybody in their house,
Priest.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Everybody in their house, they're to be honored as such. So you don't have to say her. I'm daddy, I'm
Daddy
prophet, I'm apostle. before everybody will now, before your spouse, your wife will respect you.
That's everything I have for you guys today. I really just wanted this to be like an interactive video and just like trash out some questions that you might not be sure of, and I'm not so like sure, so it's just good to have them here with me. So I want to say a big thank you. I know some people used to give their guest gift. This give their guest gift, but thank you.
At least we are featuring on YouTube.
Yes, so
For the very first time. That's a gift, actually.
So I want to say a big thank you to you guys for honoring me with your time. I really appreciate that. I don't take it for granted.
if you guys would like us to come back, please say in the comments down below. You can also
I think it's like, share, subscribe. What is
No, later. No, in case they want more.
comments.
Yeah, in case they want more content with you guys, we can always.
And let us
come
know what you like us to talk about. Like we're very knowledgeable.
People listening don't know this man has just been married 1 year. Just over 1 year.
Hey, if there's anything that you'd like us to discuss, please let us know and or it'll bring us back.
You know, say like, subscribe.
Alright, yeah. Also, please like, share,
and
subscribe.
Ooh,
Thank you.
love this.
I need to bring earrings. That means okay. Me too. I will do like this.
No,
Honestly, we do like
it's a
this.
chill convo, right? It's a chill convo.
There's no
right?
space for chill convo. Or I cannot chill in this side. You're the only one that has the long side of the sofa.
Come on, be in the long side. If you sure for you. What?
I hope it's loud enough because you used to.
No, I can increase when I'm editing. I can increase the.
Yes. So.